What is up, everybody? It's your boy Noah. If it's your first time here, I make videos on the best tech and tips to help you live a more hype life. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So yes, today I'm reviewing the top wireless headphones from Apple. That includes the original AirPods, the Powerbeats Pro, as well as the AirPods Pro. You could see that they're trying to go to this Pro lineup, but yes, I'm super excited to go over these. And basically the goal of this video is to help you decide which one of these that you should buy and which one fits best for you. So how I'm gonna do this is I'm going to rank them from 1 to 3, 1 being the best, 3 being the worst, across 4 categories. 1 being portability, 2 being comfortability, 3 being the price, and 4 being the sound quality. So let's go ahead and just get started on this one. So the first thing being portability. So as you could see, out of these 3, clearly you can already tell that the Powerbeats Pro has the biggest case. And honestly, I could say it's not the most portable. That was the biggest gripe that I had with the Powerbeats Pro, is that like I literally couldn't fit this in any type of pocket, maybe my back pocket sometimes, but I have so many scratches on this because I've tried to put it into something and it just falls out, and it's just like, look at this thing. This thing is pretty big. So definitely I would rank this as number 3 in portability. Ranked number 2 is the AirPods Pro, and that's just because it's a tad bit bigger. I still like this because you can still fit it within that little tiny pocket in your jeans. And then the number 1 is actually the original AirPods, because it's the smallest case, and I think they changed the game actually with this case. That's one of the main reasons why I initially bought it in the first place. So that's how the ranking goes for the portability. Number 3 goes to Powerbeats Pro, number 2 goes to the AirPods Pro, and number 1 goes to the original AirPods. Number 2, for comfortability. That's right, comfortability, I mean by how it fits in your ears. The original AirPods, I actually think these would be ranked number 3 because these are just the normal AirPods from Apple. And honestly, I would say that they're not the most comfortable for everybody. Some people's ears can't fit those. The number 2, I would say, is the AirPods Pro, and that's because they did a lot better in getting the tips right for the consumer. So they give you 3 different buds that you could try to fit in your ear, and it helps you do an ear test fit on the actual iPhone itself. So it's great. However, the only thing is, one time I took it out of my ear and the little bud was stuck in my ear. I freaked out for a little bit. So that's why I made this number 2. And then number 1, I would definitely have to give it to the Powerbeats Pro. Not only does it give you the little earbud piece, but it also hooks over your ear. And when it hooks over the ear, I'm telling you, it just feels more comfortable on my ear. I don't feel like it's gonna fall off. So I definitely think that the AirPods take the cake on this one. So if I was to rank them, number 3, the original AirPods, number 2, the AirPods Pro, and the number 1 is the Powerbeats Pro. The third category is price, and really it's pretty simple. The number 2 and 3 rankings are actually split between the AirPods Pro and the Powerbeats Pro. Reason being is actually because of the fact that they are the same price, $249 out the bag. So that's pretty expensive, but these do a lot more than the AirPods, so it makes sense. But again, the AirPods would take the cake on this one because of the fact that they are now $159, I believe. And actually, if you look on like B&H or something like that, you can get them for like $145. So if you can find the original AirPods, you could probably find them for under $150. But I honestly still think the $250 is worth for these two. In the final category, which I know all of you are really mostly excited hearing about, is the sound quality. Which one has the best? And some of you guys might be surprised on how this is. So I would rank last, of course, the AirPods, the original ones. These are just seriously a replacement to the Apple earbuds with the cord. So honestly, I'm not even gonna consider those. That's number 3, and that's like a far away 3. Now, when it comes to the sound quality between the Powerbeats Pro as well as the AirPods Pro, it gets a little bit tough. So I will say this, I think that the Powerbeats Pro have a really good, I guess, sounding like bass. And I think that's just any beats in general. They have a really good sounding bass. That's why a lot of people love listening to them. When it comes to hip hop music, trap music, really any music with a hard bass, these take the cake. However, the thing about the AirPods Pro in terms of sound quality is the noise cancellation feature. And that to me is why I think the AirPods Pro go to number 1 when it comes to sound quality. When I first tried these, and if you've seen my last video, when I put them on, like, things just went, it literally, everything was just muffled. And I could just hear everything so clearly. When I was on the train, I literally couldn't hear any background noise around me. So when it comes to sound quality, honestly, like, yeah, I like my bass, but that noise cancellation, that's these right here. So I would have to say that number 3 and a far away 3 would be the original AirPods. The number 2 would be the Powerbeats Pro because they have a really good bass. And then the number 1 gold medalist for sound quality would be the AirPods Pro. So that's the major rankings. I'll go ahead and put the rankings right here so you could see kind of what took the cake on each of them. I know a lot of you might say, well, the AirPods ended up winning. And I just wanted to share my opinion with you guys of these 3. Since I've had all of them, I've listened, I've used them, I really wore them out whether it's at the gym, at work, going to work, on trains, on subways. I've used these things to the max. And I definitely have my favorites, but I wanted to share who I think these individual headphones are for. So I'll start off with the AirPods. I would say if you just need something to replace your corded headphones, right? You're like, I'm tired of messing with cords with my original iPhone or whatever headphones I had, and I wanna go wireless, but I don't wanna pay a lot of money. That's the AirPods. These are gonna be the best one for you. They're the cheapest option. They give you decent sound quality, but these would be for you if you're just looking for just something to replace your corded headphones. Now, the Powerbeats Pro. These are gonna be for you gym lovers and also really people who like to have those over the ear headphone type feel. The reason being is that these, again, from a workout perspective, I love having a lot of bass when I work out because it just kind of gives me that extra little bit of motivation. You know what I mean. When you hear that trap music, you're just like, okay, I gotta press it out, I gotta push it out. And yeah, that's why I think these were really good for gym fanatics and people who like working out. They run a lot and they wanna make sure that it's super, super secure on their ear. That's who these would be for. Again, the only caution I would say is that the size is not the best, so you might wanna put them in a gym bag, backpack, or purse. Whatever it is that you want to carry them in, I think that these would be for you. And then finally, and I will be honest, these are my favorite. I think if you want an all-around, really good sounding wireless headphone, it's the AirPods Pro. I know it's $250, I know it's pretty expensive. The noise cancellation feature changes the game. It's good enough for working out, it's good enough for everyday use, and honestly, I think it's just the best of all the worlds here. So that's why I think it's the best. I'm not gonna say it's the best headphone in the world, but I think it is the best for all around usage. And yeah, so I would say that personally, if you have the budget, if you have the money and you're looking to upgrade your headphones to, like, I would say the best for all around use, AirPods Pro are gonna take the cake for you. So which one of these Apple wireless headphones do you think fits your needs the best? Is it the original AirPods, the Powerbeats Pro, or the AirPods Pro? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to see who is voting for which one and which one you guys are looking forward to buying. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, go ahead and pound that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you later. You already know, embrace the hype.